Yeah, it's a little bit steep. Does this trail really go up that SWAT canyon? That's a scary looking edge. Okay, so we got to the bottom of the mountain, so close, but as you can clearly see, we've pretty much lost all light and we only have one little headlamp that is definitely not enough, so that's too bad. We're pretty close to the top, but yet again, we didn't leave enough time for the light, so we're about this far away and the sun is now setting, so in order for us to get back before it being completely dark without lights, we need to head down now, unfortunately, but it's still an absolutely gorgeous view of Winnemucca in the Nevada desert. In the middle of the Nevada desert sits a small town called Winnemucca. And facing the town is a mountain. But this is not the romanticized, beautiful type of mountain. This is a pile of dust and rock with quite literally zero shade, except for the shadow of the mountain itself. Because of the excessive desert heat and exposure, climbing this mountain in the summer is a mandatory evening adventure. Now this may seem like any steep desert hill, but with 2 previous failures, this mountain holds a special, frustrated, incomplete place in my heart. So 1 year later, heading back to the Rockies, we're damn sure going to summit this 6,700 foot dirt mound. The town of Winnemucca feels simultaneously like an oasis and like any other crummy Nevada town, but before long, the last casino faded into the distance and our tires rolled onto the dust of the endlessly wild desert. Let's get it! Try number 3. And it didn't take very long for me to remember how steep this trail was. Forgot how steep this was. This is an intense trail. After a couple miles of grassland single track, we rode onto the sandy and rocky remnants of what I can only assume was a road of some kind of some point. This road is insanely steep, really rocky, and I don't know if you can see, but covered in these cricket things that are huge. Man, this is feeling rough. Last year when we did this, we just come off a 2-week super hardcore mountain bike trip and I was super fit, but this year, been slacking a little bit, and that Mexican food we had right before this definitely is not helping. But enough with these pathetic excuses, this mountain needed to be climbed. After hours of pedaling, pushing, and suffering, we finally reached a viewpoint and... oh my god. Was that sunset gorgeous. But enough enjoyment, we still had more to climb. And just as I was positively certain we were almost there... false summit. I thought that was the top, but no. She's over there. Oh of course there was a false summit. There's always a false summit. But the actual summit was finally within view, so just onto one more ridiculously steep hill and... woo! Top of the world. Yeah. Wow. The Nevada desert and Winnemucca way down there with our hotel, like right over there. And now for the fun part. And although we remember the bike lights this time, it was still a ridiculously steep downhill in the dark with 45-degree drop-offs and loose rock. Regardless, after intensely focusing for what seemed like hours, we made it down. Winnemucca Mountain had been conquered, and just like the casino sign said, we were winners.